Welcome, everyone, to the Niche to Profit Show. I am Danny Ackerman. I am the Danny app. And yay. Wait, I lost my bigger play. There we go. All right. Woo. Let's get I was going to get a complex there for a minute, you know. All right. So, big week last week. I can't believe it's Thursday already. I feel like I just finished up the conference like yesterday. I'm still playing a little catch up, but here we are, and I'm watching over in the chat. I see a lot of you over there. We have some really cool stuff happening today. I'm adding something to the show that I think you're going to enjoy. I am going to rant. I'm going to rant about something. And you guys, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. And we've got some interesting news stories, including a biggie. A biggie. Actually, there's two biggies that you're going to want to stick around for. Google doing something that's going to be a game changer, and PayPal getting a big spanking. So we're going to talk about those. But before we do that, we are going to bring on my very special guest, which is the amazing Paul Taubman II. And he is the founder of I Need Help with WordPress.com. Hey, Paul.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Just like you, I'm amazed that it's already Thursday. It felt like we were at your event and it was like a blink away, but it's a long time now.
Yeah. Shazam.
Days just fly by.
So I did a lot of talking about this last week at the event about, I believe anyone who is in business, whether that's an e-commerce business, a service-based business, a retail brick and mortar business, you need a website. In this day and age, you need a website. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Everybody just about needs a website if you're in business. I completely agree.
So I'm going to let you go into a little bit of this. Why do they need a website?
I can pull out my notes from your event and tell you why, right? I got them over here someplace. But for those of you who were not at the event, or, you're kind of slow to learn like I am, you really need to have a website if you're in business, because that's how people are going to find you. That's going to be like the portal or your hub of everything that you do. If you think about it, what's the first thing that somebody does when you meet them and you tell them you have a business and let's connect, let's do lunch, or I'll give you a call in a couple days. They look at your website, they search for you, and they see what you have out there. Well, if you don't have a website, there ain't nothing they're going to find.
Right.
Right. So that's instant credibility killer.
Yep. And if you have some good information out there, the opposite, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. You can use your website to showcase and let everybody know the expert that you are. Yeah. Right. If you know it, you may as well flaunt it, because that's how you're going to get your leads. That's how people are going to say yes. They go to your website, they see all the great information and the content that you're sharing, all the things that you do. They see that you're an author, that you've written a book. I mean, so many different things that they go, wow, this is the person I want to do business with.
Yeah. Yep. And in the case of my people, they've got an e-commerce, so they're selling on eBay or they're selling on Etsy. So how do you get people over there? How do you get them, to your Etsy or your eBay store, besides just counting on, their site search engines, right?
Well, you can stop at every church and temple along the way and just pray that people will find you. I mean, that is a strategy, right? Although they say hope is not an option. Well, it is. It can actually work, but it's not likely it's going to get you the results you want. Yeah. So, by having your website, first of all, Google is going to find you. When they see that all the content that you have on your website, and they're going to index you, so there's some things that you can do to rank high on the website so that you are on the first page or second page. And that way people will find you. they'll come to your website and they say, oh, you're selling things. Awesome. First of all, you know a lot about it because I can say that you're the expert. And let me go see what you're selling, because you're not selling junk if you know what you're doing.
Right.
So you can either sell it on your own website and not even have to worry about all those fees and transaction processing costs that you have to incur with some of the other sites. Or if you don't want to do that yet, you're just starting and you're still selling on Amazon and eBay and Etsy and all the other places, you can going to that. So you can, one of the greatest things you can do as a strategy is you can highlight a product that you're selling and really talk about it and go into depth and do a lot of things that you're not able to do on, either Amazon or Etsy, because you're playing by their rules. So you can talk about anything you want. You can put a bazillion pictures and images if you want, and then say, click here to go buy it. And it, boom, just brings you over to your eBay store.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you're a big WordPress guy. And so why WordPress?
Well, WordPress is a great platform that, you probably know it started out, what everybody was doing was just called blogging. Years ago, it was a blog and it was just an online diary where you can go in and type about, your thoughts for the day, or, political conversation. People would always talk about that, or even journalism. Well, that same software that people used, WordPress, has evolved to where it is today, where it can actually make a complete website. And one of the great things about it is once the site is set up, it is very, very easy to go in and add that content. So when you get a new item that you want to promote and highlight and showcase, all you have to do is create a new page about it and just start typing. So if you can use Microsoft Word or any word processor or send out an email, you can create the content and do what you need to do on WordPress. About 25% of all of the websites today are created with WordPress. And if you think about the millions, tens of millions of websites, that's quite an accomplishment. There's a quote that there's about 10,000 new websites a day that are being added with WordPress.
Wowza. I think I built my first site on Front Page. Remember that one?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's old school.
Did I just date myself there?
You dated yourself.
So, yeah. So, you taught me a big difference between the .org and the .com. You want to explain that one to everybody?
Sure. Actually, I was just talking to somebody today about that. So .com is where you can go right now if you wanted to, or after you're watching the show.
That's WordPress.com. Yeah.
And you can sign up and create your own website right this moment, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything. However, there's going to be a little trade-off. When you create your site over there, it's going to be something like magiccars.wordpress.com. So it's going to have that WordPress.com in the website name, in the domain name. So right away, it's not going to look very professional. Okay. Now you can pay an additional fee to create your own website name and have WordPress.com kind of look like it's there. Right? But the issue with that is you are still working with WordPress.com, which means, in a sense, you are renting your space. You're renting a house, right? You're renting space on their corner of the internet, which means that you have to abide by their rules. So that means you can't do whatever you want. You can't post whatever you want. You can't do all the things that you might want to do. One of them being selling a lot of things. Right. Trade-off is it's free, but that's a huge trade-off in my eyes. Okay. Yeah. Next, we have WordPress.org. WordPress.org, it's the same company. They actually have the software that WordPress.com installs for you on their site, but they allow you to take that software and download it to your computer so you can create it on your hosting account where your website's going to live. So now instead of renting, you actually get space on a computer in a computer server place, and you install the software there, or get somebody to install it for you. And you can do whatever you want. You can post whatever you want. You can have as many promotions and sell as many items that you want. You're in complete control. And that is the big difference between the two.
Yeah, those words are music to my ear because I'm kind of a control freak. So I want control.
And, it's really, I hate to use the word because it's going to sound so cliche, but it's freedom. You get to do whatever you want and not have to worry about, if something goes wrong, they can shut you down in a moment and not tell you why. And then you have to figure out why, and you go through a bunch of hoopla, and that, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, and I see people using these other sites out there that are easy, like the Wix and the Weebly and the. So can we address that for a minute?
Sure. So obviously there are many different ways that you can create a website. WordPress is definitely at the top of the list, but there's Wix, there's Weebly, there's even Site Builder, and there's the good old fashioned HTML if you want to mess around with that. But with all these other sites, one of the disadvantages that they have, which WordPress doesn't, so WordPress has the advantage, is that Google and the search engine absolutely love WordPress. So if you were to create the same exact website, the same content, the same images, looks and acts exactly identical, one in WordPress and another in one of those other methods, Google will automatically rank you higher because you're on WordPress than the other ones. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is kind of technical in the background and how WordPress works, but it's just safe to say that Google, because WordPress is huge and it's all over the place, Google knows how it's built. So when it goes and looks to see where your content is and what you're talking about and what you got there, it knows how to find that, as opposed to some of these other ones, which are just kind of fluky and not as good.
Exactly. Totally. I mean, you really were the one who solidified the WordPress.org to me and helped me get my site going. And now I have 3-4 sites now. I don't know. I've lost track. Just build them in WordPress. I've had some people argue with me, don't use WordPress. I'm like, no, I'm using WordPress. Because I also like that once it's built, once all the fancy stuff is put in there, I can maintain it myself, mm-hmm. which is very cool.
Yeah, you don't need to be technical at that point. Like I said, if you can use a word processor, if you can send an email, you can go in and you can, add, change, put pictures, change prices, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, the alternative to not doing any of these is what?
Perish? What do you mean? Is what?
You don't come up on Google. You don't get your word out there about your business, right? Yeah.
You get to struggle.
If
you've got the idea, I have to suffer, I have to, work harder, I have to put all my concentration on trying to get people to the site because Google doesn't like it. I guess that's the consequences.
Yeah.
And then, with some of these other sites, mere mortals can't change them either. So if you want to change, if you decide, let's just say you have a brick and mortar shop, right? A physical location, and you want to change your hours on the weekend, you want to sleep in. So instead of opening up at 9 o'clock, you want to open up at 10 o'clock. There are some sites and technology out there that unless you know all that really, really technical stuff, you have to call the webmaster. And you have to coordinate that, and you got to do it. I mean, you don't even really hear about the term webmaster anymore because so many people are using WordPress, and it's easy to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Hey, Paul, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to talk about the biggest mistakes people make when they're building their website.
Sure.
Millions of online sellers are looking for one identity to use in thousands of platforms. E-Rated manages your reputation by importing unlimited social media, marketplace, and behavioral data. It reveals your cross-platform performance, compares it with competitors, and calculates your e-worth. And it gives you the tools you need to improve sales and find room to grow. Discover your e-worth and your own reputation.
All right. That was our friends at E-Rated. Awesome company. You got to meet them also at the event.
They're cool.
Yeah. So highly recommend. And it really ties into what we're talking about, too. They have a widget that you can put on your website that shares your reputation. Wherever you've built up some feedback and reviews and things, you can now put that on your website. So thought that was quite appropriate to play that commercial. So, Paul.
Danny.
What are the biggest mistakes people make when building their website?
Okay, number one, not having one.
Yeah.
Right, that's an easy one. So during the commercial, I was trying to think, what can I say that I didn't say before, and maybe come up with the biggest mistake, a new biggest mistake, right? But I'm sticking with the fact that a lot of times when people build their websites, they're not giving any concern to what that they want their website to do. And a lot of people go, well, I don't understand what you mean by that. Well, when you build your website, it can do a lot of different things. And you need to know what it is you want it to do. So, for example, do you want it just to be information about a physical brick and mortar shop? Do you want to, what I call brochureware, where it doesn't do much, but it just gives out a lot of information about where you are, directions, how to contact us, everything like that. So it's, for some people, what I call the starter website is a perfect website for them to have because they don't need a whole lot. Next kind of website purpose it could have is to, we talked about people Googling and finding out information about you. So do you want your website to promote you as the expert, as the speaker, as the author, as the person who knows everything about Steuben glass, right? Do you want to let people know Steuben is glass, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Or do you want to let people to know that when they think of that you're the person? Well, your website can do that. Do you want your website to be your e-commerce shop and you don't want to have to worry about some of the other ones, the way everybody keeps changing the rules, right? Do you just want to make it diversified so that you can sell some things on your website, some things other places, etc.? Do you want your website to build a community and bring people together, maybe a membership site, right? So there's all different things that I can do. And in some cases, the answer might be yes, I wanted to do 2 or 3 of those or all of them, but you have to give it some consideration. So the big mistake is not thinking about what you want and just saying, I want a website, let's go.
Yeah, awesome. So what else? Come on, I know there's got to be more. I know you've probably seen some websites and go, oh, gosh, they need to hire me. Come on, we're all friends here. We're being open and honest.
Okay, so for the people that already do have a website, that have a WordPress website, I'll give a perfect example. I was working with a client and I said, can you take a look at my website and tune it up? I need some maintenance and let's bring it up to date. And it's kind of slow and sluggish. Well, one of the things that WordPress allows you to do that's so awesome is you can change the way that it looks rather easily. So there are things called themes. Think of it like skins, where you can just say, I want it to look one way now, and then I want it to look, another way when you go for a redesign. So I had a website that I looked at that had 121 themes installed on it. Now you can only have one at a time that's active and running, but they had so much gobbledygook and so much extra stuff on there. It was no wonder why it was running slow.
I love your technical terms, Paul.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. So the other thing, so you have themes, then you also have something called plugins, which is additional functionality that you can do. And people just like to install them because, the good thing is many of them are free. So you can, if you want your website to collect names and email addresses, well, like the commercial says, there's an app for that. Well, there's something called a widget for that. So because they're free, just like, if you download free apps on your phone, well, eventually your phone is going to blow up because there's only a certain amount of space and people are just going, oh, free install, free install, free install, free install. And what eventually happens, and in this is another case, so I see all kinds of websites. Website that I'm working on right now had 6 different contact forms. So contact form is where you'll see on somebody's site that says, hey, you got any questions? Just put in your name and email address and send me your question. So they don't have to send you an email from their email. They can do it straight from the website. Well, this one website had 6 different ways to send somebody an email when you only need one. So just because it's free doesn't mean you need to load up on everything you can. So that is definitely a huge issue that I've seen out there.
Good point. So you talked a little bit about blogging, and because we have this little thing we call the Ultimate Blog Challenge that we run, and it looks like I'll have to talk about it for a minute because Paul's in Never Never Land. Ooh, ha ha ha. So I get to talk about the Ultimate Blog Challenge. So Paul and I have this project that it's been running for several years, and the founders of it kind of went on with their businesses and didn't really have time to put into it. So we revived it, and it is called the Ultimate Blog Challenge. And the purpose of the Ultimate Blog Challenge is to get people in the habit of writing a new blog post every day for a month. Now, not necessary to put a new blog post on your site every single day, but if you get into the habit of writing fresh content on a regular basis and you get that fresh content onto your site on a regular basis, Google is going to love you. Google's going to love you, and people are going to find you. And now you're writing stuff that they want to read because let's hope you have a focused audience that you're writing to. And now people are finding you. They're engaging with you. They are commenting on your blogs. And if you just happen to have something over there that falls in line, of course, with what your niche is and what you're writing about, now they are your shoppers. They are your customers. They are your clients. It is just like the best way I know to drive that traffic and help people find you, because we all know Google's a monster. Just Google's huge. You want to show up in Google. So Paul and I run the Ultimate Blog Challenge. Oh, this is horrible. I think we're only doing it 3 times this year, but we will be doing it 4 times a year. And I don't even know when the next one starts because I've been busy planning and doing an event, but we'll get you updated on that. So we just finished one in March, I believe. So we do that. There's a website, ultimateblogchallenge.com, where you can go sign up. You get daily emails. And in the emails, we give you suggestions. We give you ideas. We give you, some little ticklers of what kind of content to do every day if you can't think of, your own stuff. So we do that. And then there's a Facebook group, and everybody promotes one another and shares. And it's a really great thing. And it gets the word out, gets you ranked higher. So we do that, and it's totally free. So everybody needs to sign up for that next time. So we do that. And I am not sure if we're going to get Paul back. All right. We can do that. So you get to hear the voice that I hear, guys.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, so he lost his connection. So we're trying to get him back. But according to his connection, he's lost an internet connection.
I think they say Mercury's in retrograde or going into retrograde. Well, yeah.
Okay, he's just coming back. Hold on.
It means stuff like this messes up. That's what it means. Especially if you're in New Jersey, I have to say. Is he back? Let's see. Cross fingers, everybody. Collectively cross fingers. Maybe.
Hello?
Well, we can hear him. There he is.
Hello.
Hey, Paul. We missed you.
Yeah, we're actually having a really bad storm here.
Ah.
So who knows what happened with that part. So we're on plan C.
Hey, that's okay. I just told him all about the Ultimate Blog Challenge, so I couldn't answer this question. Maybe you can.
Oh.
When's our next one?
The next one is coming up in July. July 1st.
I don't feel so bad. Yeah, so July 1st. So they all want to go sign up for that.
They do. ultimateblogchallenge.com.
Yes.
You can sign up now, although we're not going to be starting until then. However, we haven't talked. Actually, it's not public yet. So we'll just say there's a lot of really cool new changes coming. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, yes. So Paul, as we're kind of wrapping this up, what can you do to help people get a WordPress site or maintain or figure out how to make theirs better? What you got?
Well, depending on how much work people want to do, I can help you either do it yourself or I can build it for you so you don't have to worry about it. If you're interested, you can sign up for a free 28-day e-course where you will get an email once a day that will literally walk you step by step. And you can get that at ineedhelpwithwordpress.com/28, the number 28. And you can just give it a shot yourself. Now, there's a lot of people out there who think, oh, WordPress, Word site, no way, no how. That's not my core competency. I don't want to deal with that. So, they'll reach out to me and say, can you build a site for me? And if that's the case, then I'll be happy to speak with people and find out what they're looking for. We'll figure out what the purpose is, right, we talked about earlier. And then collectively, I will build it with all kinds of input. So this way, it'll be exactly the way that people want it.
And I just have to ask, is that a vintage Mickey Mouse puppet sitting back there on your shelf?
So I got married in Disney, so I am a very big Disney fan.
I was going to say, those sell good on eBay. Just saying. If you ever want to, I know somebody who can help you with that.
I also have Nemo back there, too.
I can't see. I can't find Nemo.
Yeah. That's a busy shelf. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge worth of information back there.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for coming on. And that was the perfect timing, though, because I actually could talk about the Ultimate Blog Challenge, so it's all good. And
excellent.
We look forward to having you here in the studio one day in the future.
Oh, that would be fun.
Next time you're in Vegas, come on down.
I'll be there.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
All right. Have a great time.
And one more quick commercial break. I'm Danny Ackerman of thedannyApp.com, and what I do is inspire, motivate, and empower online sellers to grow a six-figure business. I have been doing the coaching side of my business for 3 years, and I have been an online seller for, oh my goodness, this is my 17th year. We have group coaching programs, we have private coaching programs. I do in-person live events all around the country. I do a large 3-day event here in Las Vegas called More Fun, Bigger Profits. And it's all about helping people build a plan, taking action, and reaching their goals in their online business. You can come find out more about me at thedannyApp.com. Oh, yeah, and we actually just announced the beginning of the new Be the App Mastermind program at the event, too. So anybody's interested in that, you just shoot me an email. I'll tell you more information on that. So it is time to highlight one of my very special appsters. And I thought I saw Donna in the chat. Donna, do a little check-in in the chat if you're there. So I've been working with Donna for a while, and she's up in Canada. And so there's been some challenges, especially when eBay changed search algorithms and things. And she's always been willing to test new things and go new directions with her business. Her business is Tin Lizzie Treasures. And I was so excited to find that she actually now has a standalone website with a storefront on it. With all of her great stuff, so she doesn't have to give a lot of those fees over to our friends at eBay. I know she's added Etsy, and Donna gets the most amazing vintage and antique collectibles in her store, and she's got some great stories, and I think she has like a whole warehouse full of things from her father, and I'm still trying to buy that. What is it, like a 38 pickup we talked about, Donna? I still want to see that and take you up on that. But anyway, so I'm very excited to see that Donna now has an actual store, and I'm hoping she's going to add the blog piece to this if she can. I don't know what kind of a platform this is built on, but this is a great start in not relying on the e-commerce monsters, I like to call them, But you can also find her over on eBay as Tin Lizzie Treasures and see all her goodies over there. She has some really, really, really cool stuff. Cool stuff. And she gets a lot of stuff that, I think she might have this on, let's see if we can pull it up. Oh, look at that. I can pull up her stuff. Yeah. So she gets just really eclectic, interesting, picture-worthy stuff, which gets her those buyers. So very nice job, Donna. Very nice job. And then we have our score of the week item. This comes in from, I always got to look at my little story here. This is from Debbie Hillman, and I don't know if Debbie is watching today, but she bought this Starbucks mug at a Goodwill during her lunch hour. I love that. You get an hour for lunch. You could go sit down at a nice restaurant, enjoy, have a little piece. No, you go to Goodwill. You go shopping. Yeah, that would be me too. So some of these Starbucks mugs are very, very sought after, you guys. The Starbucks is a culture. It is not just a coffee shop. And there are collectors that have to have every single mug. And Starbucks, very, very smart. They get these in limited edition. The stores don't even know which ones they're getting. They just get their shipments and they sell them. So they sell out very quickly all over the country. So if you are lucky enough, number one, when they come out with the new editions, grab some of those, grab them at full retail, grab them. And then if you happen upon one, like this is 2009, that's not that long ago, but you can see what this went for. Now, she only paid $1.99 at the thrift stores because there's a lot of people that don't understand how valuable Starbucks mugs are. I'm telling you, grab them. Grab them. So it's sold for, you ready for this? $153.50. For a mug, you guys. So yeah, don't pass up those Starbucks. And this is one area, like grab them all. Don't sit there and look it up on your phone, you guys. Mugs at thrift stores or estate sales or yard sales, they're going to be under $5. Buy them. If they have Starbucks on them, buy them. You will not lose money. Okay? Do it. Do it. And I'm telling you, watch your Starbucks stores for their, especially around the holiday season, grab those limited edition ones. They had a Swarovski one. Was that this year, you guys? I don't know. Those things were going for $300-$400, like right off the bat, because they were gone as fast as they hit the shelves. So, and there's collectors had to have them. So Starbucks mugs, there's your niche of the week right there. Okay, who's ready for a Danny rant? No. I feel like there should be a scream right there too. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I purchased a brake light bulb for my husband's car. We're talking $7.99. I didn't price shop. I just went to the best match. It gave me what was supposed to be, good seller, relevant. Listing said it matched my husband's car. Got it. Had the mechanic out to put the thing in. Yes. You guys know my husband, right? He doesn't do any kind of car repairs. The mechanic was already there fixing the window on my car, so it was all good. So we just asked him, can you put the bulb in? Yeah. So you got to, what are they? 2 rants. Okay, who builds these cars these days? Oh my gosh, you've got to take the whole back end apart and, Anyway, so we finally get in there to put the bulb in there. I bet you can guess. Wrong bulb. Okay, I can deal with that. Had to run to the auto parts store, get the right bulb, everything. So I did let the seller know that it was the wrong bulb. And, I'm not one of those buyers who's like, yeah, give me a refund, blah, blah, blah. Wasn't even asking for that. But I did let him know because he needs to know you're selling hundreds of these. It's not right for this car. He comes back with, please take a photo and return it and we'll give you your money back. I'm like, no. And I explained, I said, I don't really want my money back. I mean, I want you to know. Responded back. It's like they copied and pasted. Please take a photo. And I'm like, are you even reading what I am writing? And I'm getting a little irritated by now. And I'm like, you know what? You do need to send me my money back. Please take a photo. Three emails, the same thing. We want our customers to be 100% happy. Wrong. No, you don't. You just want to get them off your back and move on. And I get that. But this seller lost a huge opportunity because I've got 3 cars. They all have pieces and parts that, need to be replaced here and there. I would have saved this seller. I would have gone and bought I almost said an acronym for a bad word there. I told you it was a rant. This just makes me crazy because I know so many sellers are missing this opportunity. You've got to take care of your customers, even on these stupid little things. If you sell $7.99 light bulbs, you be the best dang light bulb seller there is and take care of your customers. Don't tell me you care about making me happy and then not make me happy over an $8 purchase. Okay. Yeah, just makes me crazy. I'm a big buyer, you guys. I'm a big buyer. And I can tell you, I save sellers that do the right things. I do. And I go back over and over and I look for more stuff I can buy from them. So take care of your buyers, you guys, so that they want to come back and buy more stuff from you. Because we've lost track of that in this e-commerce world. Business is about repeat customers and not just the value of a customer in that one split-second transaction, but the lifetime value of a customer. That $7.99 light bulb could have turned into a $799 part, right? So always keep that in mind. You want them back. Okay. I feel better now. I feel better. And my husband's got a brake light now because we finally got the thing fixed once it was all torn apart. How about some hot news? Oh, I love this. PayPal got a big old spanking. Yeah. Like a $25 million spanking. Oh, yeah, that I need a bigger ka-ching for that one. So here's what happened. So I'm sure many of you know about the Bill Me Later, which turned into PayPal working credit, or PayPal Credit. I'm mixing up 2 programs here. PayPal Credit. And this is serving you guys that sell high-priced items very well because people are able to buy expensive things with a monthly payment now that you don't have to worry about. You just get paid. So I was very, very interested in this story because I actually called in more than once about my balance because I thought, there is no way I have charged this much on this credit thing. I only did a couple of purchases, but my balance was like over $2,000. Then I just thought, oh, you know what? Maybe I screwed up. But now I see that is not the case, that they were doing a switcheroo on people, that once you were signed up for this Bill Me Later and you were supposed to get interest free for 6 months, they were not delivering on that. They were bumping your purchases into this as opposed to taking it out of your PayPal balance. And if you're like me, you probably you're busy, you didn't really pay attention, and you thought, oh, I must have, just pressed the wrong button or something. Well, no. Somebody took the time, actually more than one somebody's, came after them and said, no, you're doing a little switcheroo on us. We want our money back. So they are having to repay all of these customers. I've already contacted. I said, how do I get my money? So I'll update you on that because now I'm not letting this one go. I want all my interest back for that. I'll pay my balance. It's all good. They paid that, but I want my interest back. So I'm going to fight that one. Yeah, so you got to watch these big companies. So keep an eye on that. If you've got a big PayPal credit balance and you don't know how it got so big, you might want to pursue this too. Right now, well, they got the money. They've been ordered to pay it. So dig into that. Yeah, I thought you guys would like that one. Wahaha. Get you some money back. All right. And then this is really interesting. And this could be a huge game changer. Huge game changer. Google is rumored to be looking at adding a buy button into organic search. And organic search is what comes up for just as you're searching and you're typing up here and just the stuff that's SEO'd really good, that optimized really good, as opposed to those people who pay to have their stuff come up on the top. So this could be really interesting, you guys, because as we know, Google is huge and people go there to find stuff. And this is going to start small. So they are reaching out to just some retailers right now. And it's just for mobile device searches as they get going, which is smart. I mean, they don't want to roll out something like this and have it but just be a major disaster, right? So this is very smart that they're rolling this out very slowly and small. Now, here's my prediction. I'm glad these are recorded so you guys can come back and go, she said that. So as they do this, if this takes off, like you and I hope it does, those who have been paying for the Google AdWords and all that stuff, I see the lawsuit coming. But we pay for you to send them here. So this could be interesting because it changes Google from a search engine to more of a e-commerce platform. I don't know how that's going to go, but very interesting. And it is a sign of things that are going to be happening. This is an evolution. We have so many things yet to be invented, discovered, and done in this crazy internet world. I don't know. Can you imagine going down the street one day and there's like not even any retail shops? It's all, could happen. Could happen, right? Another story that I read, I don't even have it in my notes, but I just remember it, is Amazon now has these devices that you stick on your appliances and stuff. And so it's like voice activated when you need to refill something, or it's like works on like Siri technology. I don't know. Crazy, like Jetson age stuff, but it's happening. It's happening to where we're going to be able to get lazier and lazier about our shopping. Because that's truly, it's like everybody wants it easy. Easy, make it easy for me. So the easier we can make it and deliver on that stuff, then people are going to be happy. It's a crazy world. All right. I got one more story. So if you have any old boat parts laying around, this is your time. So the Royal Canadian Navy is searching eBay to find parts for these old ships. These ships are like 45 years old, and they're trying to keep them in service. And the manufacturers are out of business. They cannot get the parts. So they have two of these old ships, the HMCS Preserver and then one other one. So maybe Scott can push the magic button and show you one of these ships. Yeah, I knew he could do it. So I'm just saying, if you happen to run across any of these old ship parts, or you have some laying around in your garage, number one, get them listed. Number two, raise your price. Just saying. Supply demand, that's kind of out there that they're rare. So gotta love that. And you guys, if you see some like interesting news story out there and you want to hear my take on it, or, see if it's for real, we have a little old email address there you can write to. And it's niche to profit at vegasvideonetwork.com. Yeah, I love it. I can forget things, and I got this voice, just helps me with it. It's all good. All right. So I offered to do this special little favor for Miss Dawn Ralston. Dawn was the very first guest. There she is. She was the first guest I ever had on the show. If you want to go back and watch episode 1, you'll get to meet Dawn if you don't know her. And I think she's there in the chat today. So at the event, Dawn had a little contest running, which is a drawing for, she's got 3 really awesome products. Her Tax Time Rescue, which anybody struggles with just getting the paperwork together for your taxes, knowing, I don't even know what all needs to be done without talking to Dawn, but she's got it all figured out, and Dawn lays it out piece by piece, step by step for you. And that's her Tax Time Rescue. So I'm going to give one of those away. Her Banish Paper Clutter. Raise your hand. Remember, I can't see you, so be honest. Raise your hand if paper takes over your desk. Yeah. And I have this bad habit. Every once in a while, I'll just go through and I take an empty box and I just start emptying my desk of all the paper. And I'm like, okay, I'll deal with that later. Yeah, well, Dawn has the answer for that. And that is her Banish Paper Clutter. It's a 5-hour. I should probably show you this. Vanna, I'm not. So she can reduce the amount of paper sitting around your desk. And coming up, she's got Juggling the Jingle Season. Say that 5 times fast. I dare you. So where she is going to get you through that 4th quarter and all of the things you need to know and need to have in place so you can concentrate on your money-making pieces. So these are all things, not only does Dawn have available from her website, which is declutterwithdivadawn.com, but I am going to talk her into giving us more of these to give away on the show as well. I can do that. All right, so I'm probably not going to put that back right now, but that's okay. Let me get handy dandy little, you can see, we're going to shake these up. And Dawn, I hope you told them all to be in the live chat. We should have made it you have to be present to win, right? Okay, so we won't do that. But they do have to go and hear that, we did this on the show. Otherwise, we're going to pick some more names next week. So the winner of Tax Time Rescue is Patricia Knott. Patricia Knott. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. And if you've already done your taxes this year and you think you don't need that, trust me, you want to be ready, start getting ready now for next year's taxes so you're not in terror. Yeah. Banish Paper Clutter winner, Sandra Q. Woosley. Yay. I just talked to Sandra this morning. Fun lady. All right. And last but not least, Juggling the Jingle Season. Okay, Sandra, you're like but you know what? Okay, so we're going to do this because you already won the other one, Sandra. We're going to we're going to give you your choice of those 2, okay? And then let's see. One more. A la Moran's Juggling the Jingle Season. Yay. All right. So there you go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Do you guys like doing fun stuff like that? We're adding more of that. I like giving stuff away. I like, rewarding those of you who are willing to kind of spread the word about the show. Maybe go put a little review over on iTunes for me. I'm just saying. And I know, okay, so I have been asked to start giving these out all year long. Now, those of you who are at the conference, you know what these are. These are Danny dollars, and they come in increments of anywhere from $5 to $100 bills. And we had a little auction at the end of the conference last Friday, and I was still waiting. Hey, has anybody figured out the exchange rate on Danny dollars? Because it was really good. That's all I'm saying. Anybody? No, let's see. Somebody go do the math for me. So you guys remember that nice original oil painting I had here a couple weeks ago? $1,500 sale on that one. Yeah, nice. And Twyla Godinez, many of you met her. She is in the mastermind program, and her expertise is building your Amazon side of things to kind of build whatever your other passion is. So it's not your full-time gig, but you can build it so you got cash flow. Anyway, she has a book called Passion to Profits, and that sold for $1,600 Danny dollars. Right? So Danny dollars are valuable, you guys. They're valuable. We had about 30 items. And we're going to play around with these throughout the year. So I am given 100 Danny dollars for everyone who goes over to iTunes and leaves a review for the show. How's that? All right. All right, guys. With that, just want to mention all the different places you can go find the show and connect and never, ever miss an episode, because I see it every single week. How do I get to the show? When's the show? Oh, I missed it. You didn't remind me. Okay, no more. So we are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on, of course, iTunes, YouTube. So 2 channels on YouTube you can find this show. You can go to the Vegas Video Network if you can't remember the Danny app, or you can go to the Danny app where you can find all of my videos over there. We are on Roku and Stitcher and, of course, the Vegas Video Network, and there's no excuse. Come and find the show. Go watch the replays and send us some viewer mail. Now, no show next week. I will be on a secret mission in Orlando, Florida. No, I'm not going to Disney World. I wish. Nope. I'm going to be going and getting some more juicy stuff to bring back for future shows here. But while I'm gone, you guys send in some suggestions, send in your questions, all that good stuff. And we're going to do viewer emails on the next show. And with that, go be profitable and make it fun.